Pakistan cricket at its best. 1 minute down, next minute up.
Sadiq for PakPassion here, bringing you another exclusive interview. My guest today is somebody who we've interviewed before, familiar face in Pakistan cricketing circles, Karachi-born middle order batter, played 26 Test matches for Pakistan, scoring 108 50s. His ODI record was 18 matches where he scored 150. His first class record is very, very impressive. 12,685 runs at an average of 40. As I say, very impressive. He's the nephew of a cricketing legend, the one and only Javed Miandad. And since his playing days, certainly in Pakistan, stopped, he's been coaching around the world. He's done coaching stints at the PSL for Karachi Kings. He's worked in domestic cricket. He's worked in the UAE, in England, and as I say, other parts of the globe. Great to be joined by Faisal Iqbal. Faisal, I hope you're well.
Assalamualaikum. Thank you, Sajbhai, for the invite.
Faisal, did you ever think that Pakistan would lose 4 Test matches in a row to Bangladesh?
Well, what can I say? It's there is when we were growing up, we were being trained to learn that when the seniors leave a legacy, the next generation has to take it to the next level. So we were grown into that mindset, and whatever the legends before our era, with our era, during our times, when we were juniors, so we saw all that, and unfortunately, the way the bar was going up, unfortunately, the bar has gone down very, very, very low. In fact, it is the lowest for Pakistan cricket. And I think, and I believe, it's not just the fault of the players, it's the fault of everyone who was coaches, in administrative roles, in wherever they were. And there's always been talk about the 90s cricketers, the 90s cricketers. I hear it everywhere all around. So if you go look at on a serious note, I think they've been running Pakistan cricket from almost like 25 years or so in different capacities and in different roles, even till now. So there is a lot to be asked from them. They were great cricketers, no doubt about them, but how they were as coaches and how they were as people who groomed the youngsters, and what roles they have played for Pakistan cricket in all these years. The result is right in front of you. It says automatically by itself.
Faisal, we can talk about sort of the previous eras and generations, but looking at the current setup, the players are going to blame their system. The system is not at fault, according to some. The selectors will blame somebody else. The board will say it's the players are not good enough. What is going on? This vicious circle where everybody blames everybody else. What is the underlying issue here, though?
Sajbhai, if you see my interviews, my tweets everywhere, I am a hardcore supporter of talent in Pakistan. I have never said at any point that there is no talent in Pakistan. Every time I've said there is talent in Pakistan, and I see it. So the talent is there. Now the question is, people who are running the show, like from the club level to the domestic level to the national level to the junior level, what are they doing? Let's sit on a shoe and see how these cricketers, because they are naive cricketers coming from junior cricket. They're looking up to these coaches, the legends or whatever, they're coming in front of them. What cricket are they teaching them? Because I think with the passage of time, the roles of the coaches have also been changed. The mindset of the captain is also being changed. I believe in Pakistan, especially, captains are depending too much on coaches. There was always been a saying that cricket is the only game where captain is whole soul in charge once he's in the field. Good or bad decisions, he has to take it. That is where we used to judge the captaincy capabilities or abilities in anyone. Right now, in this situation, in the Test series, I saw Shan Masood, none of that in him. Not now, even in before also. He's a good cricketer, good guy. But, when we talk about skills, we talk about results. I think he was not being a captain material. He's been a good English speaking guy, a good guy who can handle the media, but in the field, you need captain skills. Recent couple of decisions, it was clearly be seen that, they didn't took the DRS, and, they didn't took the umpire's call, and everything was there. He was looking at the keeper, he was looking at the bowler, and, they missed it. So the captaincy authority, you have in the field, you've been made as the captain, it's not there. And then you see in the press conference, he comes and says, we lost as collective, we lost as collective. So he's not taking the blame. It means in his mindset, he's not the leader who takes the decision in the field. He just wants to go with the flow and depend on everybody else who's sitting in the dressing room. So this is where we are lacking, is one of the areas, gray areas, which we are going down in cricket.
Faisal, sometimes you get beat and you say, yeah, we were a little bit unlucky. There was a bad decision. The weather cost us, or this or that. But Pakistan has been outclassed in 4 test matches against Bangladesh. It's not down to bad luck. It's not down to bad umpiring or, something where they can blame something. Pakistan is being outclassed by a team like Bangladesh. And I'm saying that in all due respect because they're an improving team. But no, the fans are angry. Ex-players are angry. The media is angry. What needs to change? Is it the mindset? Is it the domestic cricket setup? What is going on here?
Everything needs to be changed, number one. Domestic cricket, everything. Most importantly, in these 4 test matches, you have seen all the Pakistani players, they look like they were playing for their own survival. The way they batted, scored 50 and got out. I'm talking about the guys who are regular member of the sides. I just can't believe, just can't understand that once you are a senior member, a regular member in the sides, why are you so scared of getting out? Or, if you're a bowler, not getting wickets, or, this is some kind of a question which just boggles my mind. You see that only because when there is no unity, you see that it's happening because of some politics going around in the team. The dressing room atmosphere is not good. I think it was a lot on the new management in the dressing room, Sarfraz, Asad Shafiq, and all these young coaches who are there, a lot on their shoulders also. And the most important thing which I see in that was Mushtaq Ahmed's role for Bangladesh cricket. I think he played a very important role for Bangladesh cricket in that dressing room. I think which went against Pakistan team also, because he's also part of the Pakistan Cricket Board. He's a very unique contract, which is unbelievable. I don't know how he got it. He got away with that contract. That he can work. He's been working with the PCB. He's been working in the leagues. He can work with the Bangladesh Cricket Board. He knows inside out of our players, and then we are paying him also from our pocket. So the people didn't went into the depth of Pakistan lost in this game. I think it was a very important role Mushtaq Ahmed played in the dressing room at the back end.
You mentioned Shan Masood there, Faisal, by 12 losses in 16 test matches. Is it time for him to hold his hands up and say, thank you very much, I'm moving on as captain? Or is it going to be one of those situations where we always see in Pakistan cricket, nobody moves on, nobody resigns, nobody retires, they have to be pushed?
Well, as soon as we saw his press conference after the game, it just clearly shows that he's not in a mood to go anywhere. He's just putting it up to the PCB. So obviously, like you said, it's been either kicked or he's just playing his cards well, that he knows that the way he is captain for like 14, 16 test matches by now, he might get away with couple more series. So, he's clever enough to understand the situation. He's very clever enough to understand how to get away with, handling the press and all these kind of things. But he forgets that at times former Pakistani cricketers are also clever enough to understand how he's playing his cards. So, it shouldn't be worked out. I think bad captaincy, one of the reasons we lost the series.
Faisal, you mentioned the word talent. Now, we hear that word a lot in Pakistan cricket. We've heard it for many, many years. Is that talent not being selected? Is that talent not being nurtured from domestic level into international level? Or is that talent being wasted? Where is that talent, Faisal? If we have talent, why aren't we beating teams like Bangladesh?
I think it's about it's about the people who are taking decisions right now. They are not handling it properly. It's like you pick my player, you pick my friend, you pick my teammate in, back calls going. There's so much of bad selection going at the back end, that because we've got so much of talented cricketers, we are just getting away with it. And somewhere along the line, we get one or two good boys in between, and they're just sailing the boat. So it's about the decision makers, take it as a selectors, the team management, the captains, in all formats, not just test cricket. The decision makers are the one who are at the moment at the firing range. They need to come up in the middle in the media and tell why they have selected XYZ player and why they have not selected XYZ players. That is where the question and the problem starts. There are many cricketers who are raising question about the recent ODI announcement as well. I believe there were not some good selections as well. And you said about the talent and everything. We are missing a very important link of the A-team tours. Other test playing nations, in fact, all other cricketing countries are sending their A teams, the second B string teams everywhere around the world. This used to happen in our time, and all these cricketers who are running the show, they know they have toured a lot on the A team tours to other good countries, not just go to UAE or somewhere with respect to UAE, but we are playing our home, some of the series also in UAE. Recently, an A team series happened in UAE also. So this is the decision making at the back end is where we are lacking. People who go in the ICC meeting for the ICC future tour programs are the ones who has to negotiate. So who are those people? Let's try to find out in the last 5-6 years who have did this FTP. Why didn't they put the A-team tours? Why did the director domestic, why did the director international is not getting more A-team tours consistently throughout 12 months? Because these talent will only going to get nurtured when they play more on A-team tours home and away. You will see that, because that is how we got experienced before playing Pakistan. So everyone knows that it's happening everywhere around the world. Why our decision makers are not taking it seriously?
I want to speak to you about coaching, Faisal, right? Because the focus a lot, everybody's eyes is on coaching now. We've seen Mickey Arthur come and go. We've seen Gary Kirsten. We've seen Jason Gillespie come and go as well. Obviously, Mike Heston's under pressure now. There's some within the Pakistan Cricket Board want to get rid of him as well. I want to speak to you in two aspects about coaching. One is the coaching at domestic level. Are there problems at domestic level where players aren't being coached properly? And secondly, I want to speak to you about coaching recruitment. Obviously, we've seen the PCB now looking for a batting coach as well. Why aren't the right people being employed?
Sajid bhai, the problem is, like I said, from domestic cricket, it all starts from the senior players. They don't want to play domestic cricket. They're disrespecting domestic cricket by not going and giving a bad example to the youngsters or the people, players who are playing, that domestic cricket is a very low standard. That is how our cricket is going down. In our time, every senior player, big name, legendary cricketers, once they finished from county cricket, they used to come back and play cricket for their department team, region team. They were busy playing cricket. That is where the weakness of the cricket board comes in. If they are not pushing their players to play domestic cricket, and the players are dominating and controlling more in a mindset that, okay, cricket runs from the cricketers, then I think what is administrators are doing? There is a role, there is a thin line between cricketers and administrators. I think this is where we are lacking in Pakistan cricket, that administrators are too much under influence of senior cricketers. They have to make sure that, they should play domestic cricket. They should rub shoulders with the young cricketers in domestic cricket teams, make sure they groom them, teach them. So the mindset of our senior players is not there. They go there, play one or two couple of games. If they want to, or after too much of under pressure, they go or play one or odd games, and then they come back. So where is it's the weakness coming from? Cricket board. So cricket board needs to step into it and, make sure that once this has been done, I can guarantee on my life that our cricket will going to rise automatically. It doesn't need anyone. It just needs right direction, some sticks to the seniors to make sure play domestic cricket. Those seniors need to make sure they groom the youngsters or players who are playing along with it. That is where we can close in up our domestic and international gap. And from those performers of domestic cricket, you send them regularly back and forth to the A-team tours. Even the players who don't perform in the international team can come back and play in the A-teams also. This has happened in the past. We have seen it, we have done it. And it had happened many teams. I've seen against A-teams of Australia, all these big players, Michael Hussey and all these players, even McGill got dropped and played in the A-team against us in 2007 and 8. And he made a comeback after that. So I don't understand these former cricketers who are running the show, Akif Javed and, all these cricketers who are taking decisions. Why on earth they are not looking at all these things? He's been working in the cricket from last 25 years or so, more than that. I'm a witness to it because I've been and I've seen him. What he's brought on the table, I don't think so anything positive. It's been under him from so many years and we are still struggling. So why are we struggling? The question goes back to the same people and ask them that, what are you doing? What are they doing?
And recruitment, Faisal Bhai, of coaches, are we recruiting the right people? Are we giving opportunities to the right people? I know you've applied for jobs within the Pakistan Cricket Board. Tell us the process. And I don't think you got an interview either, did you?
I got humiliated, actually. I was being called to ask them, okay, show us how batting coaching is done. Okay, interviews and everything is done. So, look, Saj bhai, let's be realistic. Everything is happening there on friendships and connections. It's not worth, applying even. I've got all the evidence with me. I've applied so many times. They don't even bother to reply back of that either. So people like me can come on the media and say discrimination for likes and dislikes, personal choice. You can get someone foreigner, you can get someone local, people who've been recently, got the jobs as coaches. You can see their resume and their working experience and playing experience. None. They've been coaches made with the Pakistan Shaheens, juniors and A-teams. No experience coaching anywhere in domestic. Straight away put national team coach. Straight away put domestic color team coaches. Why there is a rule for people like me? Have to go grind ourselves in leagues and everywhere, and then so it's all discrimination. I just use one word: discrimination. Liking, disliking, it's happening in the playing also, it's happening in the coach's appointment also, it's happening everywhere. There's no merit. So if I'm a Javed Miadad nephew, everybody say, okay, I get things through him. Why I'm sitting at home not getting a big job in PCB? I should have been the director international right now with all the massive experience. So I think, it's a very clear picture. People like me can say there's no merit.
Faisal, just to elaborate on the point you made about player power. Look, player power has always been there in Pakistan cricket. When you played, there were some big egos, some big players who were very powerful within Pakistan cricket. Are you trying to say now that player power is even stronger, where these guys are picking and choosing which matches they play, who gets selected? I mean, we were under the impression that player power had been curtailed by the Pakistan Cricket Board. Now, you must know something that where you're suggesting that it's even worse now.
It's gone bad to worse. I'm using a word again, bad to worse. These guys are dominating the management on their fingertips. They've got people working behind them as their agents, as people in the media. They manipulate situation. They get some sort of tweets coming in. Oh, he's been made captain. Oh, he's been being dropped or things like that. They're just playing with the mind. And unfortunately, the board has gone so weak that they make their selections social media or media people. There are people blackmailing individuals at the back end. So there's so much going on, and everybody knows that. People who are in that ring of fire running the show knows each and everything what's happening in the cricket. So unfortunately, there's a line which I said a while ago needs to be drawn. I've said this a million times before. A player has to be on one side and the administration should be on one side. They both should have their own powers, and that is where all other cricket boards are moving ahead, and we are just going down and back and down. Just see a recent example of PSL. I was surprised. One of our dear friend, Mr. Salman, who's the PSL president and chairman, so Babar got score runs and he was just rolling money on his head, so doing Nazar and Niyaz and all these things. So, what's happening, man? You're making joke of yourself in front of the whole nation, whole world, in fact. So if that gives you a clarity of understanding how much these players are influencing these people, and they can't do anything. Even if, the way they're taking Babar or anybody else right now, to me, I think he can fail 1,000 year more. They won't drop him. They will just pick and put him in one format to other format, other format to other format, just praying that I hope he score runs and all that, I hope people like Babar and everyone should score runs, but how long? How many games? Till when? There is no clarity. So the guy who is not performing, you have to give chance to the youngsters. You got OS and these Fazal, these two young boys, they have showed all the senior batters how test cricket is being played, how the confidence is being shown to the world. And look at all our seniors, how they were batting. They were playing, they were playing like they were surviving for survival. So it gives you people who understands cricket can clearly see it's crystal clear where the problem is.
And Faisal Bhai, finally, many of us are trying to be positive about Pakistan cricket, but the majority now are losing interest. And I've heard this phrase a lot now: Pakistan cricket is dying. Now, those are words that are worrying, very worrying. Do you see any light at the end of the tunnel? What needs to be done to get out of this mess we're in?
Yeah, there's always light in the tunnel. In Pakistan cricket, when I say there is talent, this means there is light in the tunnel. But the problem will remain the same if these same faces will going to run the show. People like Misbah will be sitting in the board from years and years, again, different position, no result. Akib Javed, XYZ, any other people. You just calculate the tenure. How many years they're there, which positions they're there, what results they have given. Misbah has been there in NCA as a batting coach right now, and he's also a selector. Can somebody go and ask him what work he's been doing with the batters, young, seniors, or whatever, or what work he has done? Can he come and tell people in the press conference what he's been doing, good or bad? No, you won't see it even for the next 10 years also. They're just doing jobs, doing nothing, wasting time, getting job, having perks and privileges, no interest.
Faisal Bhai, many thanks for your time. Really appreciate that. And inshallah, we'll catch up soon once again. And hopefully, we might have some positive things to discuss in Pakistan cricket. Thank you very much.
Well, I'm really looking forward, Saj Bhai, just to on a finishing note, if Pakistan will start winning, we will see all of us happy and praising our cricket.